Rampage Jackson announces boxing match with former UFC champion 15 years after heated rivalry. Quinton "Rampage" Jackson is finally set to reignite his rivalry with Rashad Evans. Jackson lost to Evans at UFC 114 in May 2010 and the two were rumored to rematch for years after the bout, but it never happened. Jackson, 46, was a former title contender under the Pride banner before joining UFC in 2007. He won UFC gold in his second fight for Dana White's promotion by knocking out Chuck Liddell, and defended the belt against Dan Henderson before losing it via a unanimous decision defeat to Forrest Griffin. Evans, meanwhile, is a former UFC light heavyweight champion and contested for a title 3 times during a 14-year MMA career that included 33 fights. It's on. Y'all thought it was over? Nah. Time to settle this once and for all, Jackson wrote on Instagram, announcing the fight. Rashad "Suga" Evans got me last time, but that was then, this is now. This ain't just a fight, it's a reckoning. Let's see if Suga can handle Rampage 2.0. Stay tuned for the venue and PPV details. Advertisement. Jackson added that the fight will take place in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with an official date yet to be confirmed. Back in 2009, Jackson was meant to fight Evans, who had just won the belt from Griffin at UFC 92, for the light heavyweight title after beating Keith Jardine. However, an injury forced him out of the bout and it was Lyoto Machida who got the title shot instead. Brazil's Machida made the most of his opportunity by knocking out Evans in devastating fashion at UFC 98. Jackson and Evans then coached on Season 10 of The Ultimate Fighter, a reality TV show where fighters live together and compete for a UFC contract. The series has become one of the most memorable in the show's 30-season history, with Roy Nelson, Matt Mitrione, Brendan Schaub and Kimbo Slice all featuring as contestants. On the show in 2009, Jackson etched his name in reality TV history when he hilariously threw an almighty tantrum that resulted in a door being ripped to shreds. After watching his fighter Scott Junk suffer a razor-thin majority decision defeat to Matt Mitrione, which marked Team Rampage's 7th defeat out of 8 opening rounds bouts, Jackson took his frustration out on a door, kicking and ripping it to pieces. Jackson also had several clashes with Evans throughout the series. The pair played multiple pranks on each other, went back and forth with fiery trash talk and at one point had to be held back from each other by their fighters after a disagreement. The two finally fought at UFC 114 after a long negotiation during which Jackson threatened to retire before the pair met. Evans got the last laugh in the end as he out-wrestled the powerhouse in the first 2 rounds of their May 2010 bout before securing a unanimous decision victory after the third.